Friday, we began reading our first class book, Read Aloud for the 40 Book Challenge, The Book Thief, and we were introduced to our narrator. There was a little bit of confusion as to who exactly was the narrator, and just so you are sure, our narrator is indeed our third-person narrator, Death. So Death kind of described itself as amiable, agreeable, affable. Those are all very interesting vocabulary words, adjectives to describe death. Without knowing what those words mean, you have no idea how death really views itself. So I've put links into each of these words. You can click on the link and see how death actually views itself. We know that death is a third-person narrator because it gives us other clues about its job. The fact that it carries souls away, that you are going to die, and its obsession with death. The fact that it only meets people when they are dead, and that it needs a distraction from its job. And so it uses the color of a sky as a distractor from its job. And we found out that what is most upsetting to death is not carrying the dead person's soul away, but the survivors, those who are left behind. So again, this tells us something about death, as well as the words amiable, agreeable, and affable. So follow those links to find out what those words mean, and you will have a better idea of how death views itself. And the last thing that we talked about was that Death met the book thief. So this is our main character, our protagonist of the story, is the book thief, 3 times. And so this author has used foreshadowing, the effect of giving you a hint of what's to come, setting up the tone of the story without giving the whole story away. So the fact that the book thief had met death 3 times tells you something. And you know that death is definitely going to be part of the book thief's life at some point.